Are you tired of leaving oil spots every time you park in the driveway? We're going to take care of that this time on Burnouts and Rotor Blades. Welcome to the Burnouts and Rotor Blades YouTube channel. Let's go do something awesome. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It is a pleasure to have you as always. This time we have Moby, which is the 1984 Chevy C30 1-ton dually that is leaving puddles every time I park it in the driveway, which that's just not cool. Let's crawl up underneath the vehicle. I'll show you what the leak looks like. So I just drove the truck for a few minutes up to the parts store and back, and this is already the size of the puddle that it's leaving, which is, you know, pretty substantial. If we get up underneath here, we can see this is our vacuum modulator, and it is very clearly leaking. And I have a replacement vacuum modulator here, part number 20234. It is a B&M adjustable vacuum modulator. So let's grab a 9/16 wrench and go ahead and take off this attachment bracket right here. 9 times out of 10 they say it is not the actual vacuum modulator, it is the O-ring behind it, but I've never changed one on this truck and I have no idea how old the one on the truck is, so I'm just going to go ahead and change them all at once. If it happens again in the future, I'll know that this was replaced with a really good one and I won't change the whole thing. However, if you decide you just want to try the O-ring first, it is like 5 cents to get the O-ring. You can actually buy a generic large O-ring kit for about half of what this costs and replace it like 5 or 6 different times. It's a 1/2 inch, not a 9/16. We'll take this guy off. That probably needs to be replaced because that was super grody. Put our drip pan underneath here. Oh, come on now. Let's just go ahead and touch this hot exhaust immediately and just get it out of the way. Oh, that was way too tight. Somebody's been in here before with quite a bit of sealant. That looks like just the tube squeezed out. All right, here comes out. The O-ring stayed up there, so we want to get that out for sure. And that O-ring feels pretty crusty. Let's go put it on the table. Here's our new B&M. It's definitely different. We have this one, it's got a part number on it of 93319, which is not the same part number as the B&M one, but as you can see inside of here, it is also adjustable. Just like the B&M one is adjustable. If we check the size here, it looks the same diameter, and obviously the nipple is the same. The B&M one says that it comes pre-adjusted. We'll take just a little bit of transmission fluid around this. We'll put it in there. We'll slide that bracket on from the back side like this, tighten it down. Supposedly these B&Ms are already set up. Now we can take our new hose, throw it on our new vacuum modulator, and we'll get underneath the vehicle and reinstall this. Here's our new vacuum modulator. The bore is relatively clean, but I would like to take just a little bit of smoking hot transmission fluid and put it around there. And we'll just go ahead and slide this guy on in here, making sure to touch my arm fully up against the smoking hot exhaust. We'll take this bolt, put it through. Ow, that's hot. 1/2 inch, not 9/16. And it popped in, you saw that? Hopefully. That's tight. That's all the way seated. Now all we have to do is connect this guy, but we will first slice off this piece of hose that has been here since the beginning of time, making sure to cut dangerously close to our fingers and towards ourselves as much as possible. Right. Well, that didn't result in stitches, so win. And it looks like this wants to be potentially more straight. All right, we got this guy. Oh, there it goes. All right. Let's first start this thing up and see if it leaks, because that would be a real bummer if it still leaked. Plus it's hot, so we'll check our fluid level as well. So what we're doing now is we want to have the truck on a level-ish surface so that we can just check the transmission fluid level real quick. If you're ever curious about how to check the fluid on your dipstick, it actually says right here, check in park with a trans hot, engine idling, vehicle level, then use Dexron Auto Trans fluid. We'll give it a quick wipe off. And it's not really even on the dipstick, it's way down here. So we'll put a whole pint in it. You gotta use a special funnel on the right. Alright, let's go for a test drive. Alright, so we just got back from a test drive and it is way too aggressive. So we're gonna throw a little bit of adjustment on it. Turn the screw on the inside of the modulator clockwise to raise the shift points and firm up the shifts a little bit. To lower the shift points, turn the screw counterclockwise out to lower the shift points, turn it in to stiffen up the shift points and raise them a bit. Find a tiny flat blade screwdriver. Maybe too tiny, maybe not tiny enough, maybe shorter. Don't judge my screwdriver drawer. If you don't have a screwdriver drawer like this, you're not even trying. It should be a complete mess where you can't find anything. Okay. Now the shifts on that test drive were insane. It revved way past where I'd ever want this tow rig to rev, and they were crazy hard. So we're gonna do a full 2 turns out like the instructions said, and then take it for another test drive. All right, so we're straight up and down blade. Half, 1, 1.5. That's 2 full turns. That goes back on. And then I'm also gonna make sure that the vacuum is actually attached to where it's supposed to be up top, because that could also be a problem. This guy, get out of there. Okay. And now I want to see that this is actually not attached to anything. Dang it. Well, there's your problem. It's not attached to nothing. Okay, this hose is going in the garbage. There's the new hose. Now that I've dug the new hose out of the trash, let's go ahead and get you up there. And that goes on just freaking fantastic. Oh, come on now, where's the hole? There it is. Gotta get a little hair around it. Now, I don't know whether it's gonna be the adjustment I made or the fact that it's hooked up properly. Put in this last thing right here. It's probably fine. The real problem was just wasn't attached. Also, I went back and I had to review the footage that I just recorded to see which direction to turn the freaking screw. So, win. Test drive again. All right, let's see where our shift points are. And then we got 24 and 36. That's half throttle. And let's try full throttle. 25 and 45. 25 and 45 full throttle. I'm pretty happy with that. It shifts well and it doesn't leak anymore, so we'll call that a win. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. Thanks for joining us this time, and we'll see you on the next one.